A year ago, I found this little stool at the thrift store. I had no idea what I'd do with it, but I just couldn't leave it behind. Today, I finally know why. Like I said, a year ago, I found this little stool at the thrift store. I had no plan for it, but I just couldn't leave it behind. So I brought it home, and there it sat. Every time I cleaned the garage or walked past it, I thought, one of these days, I'm going to do something with this little stool. And today, I'm so excited because I finally know why. I've always believed that one of the best parts of thrifting is learning to see potential before everyone else does. So sometimes you don't know exactly what something's going to become, but you just know it's worth saving. And this little stool definitely needed saving. I think this is where a lot of people would have walked away. At first glance, this stool looked old, dirty, and maybe even beyond saving. But one thing that thrifting has taught me is not to let dirt make the decision for me. Most of the time, what looks ruined is really just years of life waiting to be cleaned away. And sure enough, underneath all that grime was a beautiful, solid wood stool just waiting for a second chance. It needed a little bit more, so I took it outside and grabbed my Surf Prep sanders and spent some time bringing it back to life. I'll be honest, I was not in a hurry and thought it is beautiful outside, so I'm going to take my time and just enjoy this space. Some of my favorite moments are the quiet ones. I know there's a sander, but the quiet in my brain, just slowing down, working with my hands, and watching something old become new again. If you're watching this and you are someone that loves finding hidden potential, believes beautiful homes don't have to cost a fortune, or just enjoys watching or creating something meaningful with your own hands, I know that you're in the right place. So I would love for you to subscribe and follow along. We have so much fun here. With the sanding finished, it was finally time to add some color. And this is exactly why I don't skip the cleaning and sanding. Paint is only as good as what's underneath it. So taking that extra time to prep the surface gave it the best chance to adhere well and hold up over time. And we want this piece to last a lifetime. I chose Beyond Paint in linen for the base because I wanted it to feel soft, timeless, but also let some of that natural wood be the star. Then I used Restore Finish in neutral to bring that wood back to life. This is what it's all about. A few months after I brought this stool home, something really special happened. I found out that I was going to be a grandma. Well, actually, I'll be going by Glamma. My baby, who I still think of like that little girl right there, is going to have her own baby. And her name is Avery. From that moment on, every decision about this stool that I made was centered around her. I started with the nursery rug and pulled colors from there, so this little stool would always feel like it belonged in her room. Once I had the colors figured out, it was time for my favorite part, making it hers. I printed Avery's name to the size I wanted, printed it out, made it a really pretty cursive, and then taped it into place and used a ballpoint pen to carefully trace over each letter. What's cool is that this pressure leaves just enough of an imprint in the wood to use as a guide for painting. It is a really simple little trick, but it works beautifully. I will say that you can definitely use vinyl or a stencil, but there's just something really special about hand printing and hand painting her name. Every brushstroke made it feel less like a thrift flip and more like a gift that I was getting to give to my granddaughter. once Avery's name was painted, it was time to bring the rest of the design to life. And I didn't want to just decorate the stool. I wanted to make it feel like it belonged in her nursery, like I said. So I went back to the rug one more time and I tried to pull in those same soft colors and floral details around the sides. Now, I wasn't trying to copy the pattern exactly, and I will tell you, I'm not a professional floral painter, but I wanted to capture the feeling of it. And sometimes that's all good design really needs. You just need to take inspiration from something you love and try to make it your own. And I will tell you, little by little, the stool just really started to kind of tell the story of the rug. But there's always a point in DIY where you second guess yourself. So I had to make myself keep pushing through. I knew it wasn't going to be perfect. I couldn't expect perfection because this is hand drawn and hand painted. But also remember, in the middle, these projects always look a little rough. Don't give up, keep going, keep pushing through. And the worst thing that could happen is that I have to sand it and paint over it. And look how simple these little scallops are to make on the side. You just take a round sponge brush and use half of it. I did go over it, of course, to make it a little bit more prominent and brighter. Look how fun these are. And the cool thing about acrylic is it's pretty wipeable. So if you mess up, you can wipe it off and try again. I will be honest, after I was done with the florals, it didn't quite pop like I wanted it to. And so I decided to just try to make it pop somehow. These next few details with the paint pen really ended up changing everything. I was so glad and so proud of myself for not giving up in the middle. Sometimes a project just doesn't need to be started over. Sometimes it does, but I was proud that I kept going. I added a few finishing details, and I'm so excited for you to see this. The very last step was sealing everything with a few coats of clear polyacrylic to help protect all of those hand-painted details for years to come. With that, it was finished. It is crazy to believe that this same little stool I picked up at the thrift store a year ago started as something old, dirty, worn out, and forgotten, became a gift for some of the most special people in my life. I can't believe my baby is having a baby. Somehow she'll always be that little girl to me, but I'm so excited to get to watch her become an incredible mom. My hope is that one day Avery will climb up on this stool, brush her teeth, wash her hands, or reach for a favorite book. It is made with love. Projects like this remind me why I'll never stop thrifting. Not because it saves you money, but because it changes the way you see the world. When you start to recognize potential in the things around you, you start to recognize potential everywhere. And I think that's a pretty beautiful way to live. Thanks for being here with the Flipper's Guide. Let's keep finding the potential.
Tight budgets, timeless designs, that's how you make it shine. The Flipper's Guide, make it last.